Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Now today you're joining me in a balcony cabin here on deck number 13 of Norwegian Escape, which is a huge cruise ship owned by Norwegian Cruise Line. Now I'm on here for a 7-night cruise. We left New York last week, we've cruised up through New England and up into Canada. So I've got loads coming to my YouTube channel to show you from this ship. So if you haven't found me before we get out and give you a tour of this room, remember to jump down below and subscribe to the channel, and you will see so much more from Norwegian Escape and all of my other cruise ships. But look, for now, let's get started. Let me walk you around this cabin, which is cabin 13164 up on deck number 13. Okay, here we go guys. Welcome to cabin 13164, which means that we're in cabin number 164 up on deck number 13 of the ship. Now as you know, this is Norwegian Escape and this is a standard balcony cabin on board. Now what we'll do in this video is we'll have a full walk around every single part of this cabin. So hopefully if you're looking to book this type of cabin for your cruise, this video will help you get familiar and get acquainted with what you should expect before you get on board. Now first of all, let's begin with this side of the room here, which is the main bed area. Now you've got your full-size bed here, and that comes with a runner along the bottom of it. And in terms of furniture here, you've got two bedside units. The first one is a kind of thin one, it's all open storage. And on this side it's the same open storage, but just slightly wider. Now above each of those units, you've got a wall lamp. Now the good thing about these lamps is you can operate them from the front, so really easy to access. And each of them has got a USB power outlet there as well. Now it's worth noting that not all cabins on Norwegian Escape have a power outlet. For example, I am cruising this week in a solo cabin and that doesn't have a USB outlet anywhere near the bed. So definitely worth thinking about. Now, above the bed, you've then got this, I think, really useful shelf. Now when I first cruised with Norwegian, I thought, what on earth would you put in there, because it's very, very narrow. Now, I would say this should really be used for like your daily schedules or any magazines that you might bring with you on the trip, or any bedtime reading. You can store that nicely directly above the bed. Now, that's it from a bed point of view. The only other thing to mention actually is that TV, which is just, it's not on the wall directly opposite the bed, slightly over there at an angle. Now let's move over to the other side of the room. Now first thing to talk about here is your sofa, which is on one side. I believe that can also then be turned into a double bed if this room were to accommodate 4. Nice piece of art up above. And then if we spin round, you've got your desk area and all of your amenities on this side of the cabin. Now going from right to left then, first of all you've got your TV, which we've mentioned earlier, and directly beneath that you've got more storage. Again, quite a narrow shelf, but you can see here they've got magazines and whatnot in there. Heading along then, you've got your pretty large mirror, to be honest. That's almost the whole size of that part of the wall. 2 spotlights up above, and then you've got various information on the Wi-Fi packages and room service, how to order that. Now over here, you've then got a couple of glasses, and down below, you've got your power outlets. So this is one thing that I always make sure I cover in a room tour so that you remember what type of plug to bring with you on your vacation. So over here, you've got 1, 2, 3 US plug points, and over here you've got 1 European plug point. So whether you're using a US plug, a European plug, or a USB charger, you're fine in this cabin. Now moving along, you've then got your desk phone. Now you can use this to contact various departments on board. You can also use this to contact other cabins, and you can also call ashore using this phone, but that's very, very expensive, so I would never recommend doing that. Now let's move to down below. Now, actually this room's got quite a good amount of storage, but what I would say is that a lot of the storage in here is really quite shallow. So again, 3 shelves here. We then spin round, and in this section here, you've got a great cupboard in there, which is quite deep. And then under the next part of the desk, you've got your fridge, or your minibar. Now that at the moment has got some chargeable water in there, which, yeah, you can ask for that to be removed, or just don't drink from it, is my advice. Just bring a water bottle and get that filled up as you go. Now the only other thing to mention under here is that you've got your hairdryer, An interesting position for a hairdryer. That's usually in a drawer. But to show you what that looks like, in case you need to know, there you go. There is your hairdryer. A couple of different settings on there that you might be interested in. And then over here, you've got your little stool for sitting at the table, and that then doubles up as a little coffee table if you're sitting on the sofa. So let's get up from here and let's head over to the other side of the cabin to look at storage over here. Then we'll head into the bathroom, and then we'll head out on to the balcony. So first up, in your wardrobe here, you've got all your open shelved storage on this side, along with your safe, which is complimentary as part of your fare. And then on the other side of the wardrobe, you can see here, these are opening really, really easily, so don't worry about that at all. Over here, you've got a good amount of floor-to-ceiling hanging space. Lots of hangers in here, which I do really respect. And then your shelf at the top. So, enough on storage. Let's turn around now. This room is fully climate controlled by air conditioning, and that is one of these boxes that it's always on, and you just make it hotter or colder by pushing these buttons. I found the fans on this ship to be silent though, so absolutely not an issue. You then have a full size mirror here, so you can do that final check before you head out around the ship each day. Then over here, you've got two hooks, which are always useful for things like lanyards, things like hats. I always tend to hang belts and things on here just so that they're always available for me. Now, moving into the bathroom. Always watch your step. If you've never cruised before, most cruise ship cabins will have a step going into the bathroom unless you book an accessible cabin. Now, first up, you've got your hooks on the back of the door. Interestingly, this one here, it must be because it's closest to the edge, has got a little protector on it, so yeah, that's good. I've never seen that before. And then heading into the bathroom, you've got, I'm here, I won't try and hide, hello. You've got decent storage in here, to be honest. So again, a lot of it's open, so you've got open, open. Down here, you've got some more, again though, all open. And then under here, you've got some more, but that is closed off, so I like this one. Now, up here, you've then got some glasses, you've got your Norwegian Cruise Line branded soap, and you've got a big sink. This is a really big sink for a cruise ship, so to put that into perspective, there's my hand. You can see I could put two or three of my, in fact definitely three of my hand in there. So yeah, really good size of sink. And you've got the toilet itself, which doesn't really need too much discussion. Now moving into the shower, full shower curtain, which is perfect. And look at the size of this cubicle, guys. So they've really done well in here by applying a curve on the right hand side there. This thing is massive. Now over here, you've got your shower storage. You've then got your Norwegian Cruise Line branded toiletries. So you've got shampoo and body wash, no conditioner, but they claim this is conditioning shampoo, which should do the job. You've then got a detachable shower head on a bar mixer shower. And up here, as you know, you've got your washing line. Now this here is just the air vent, taking all of your condensation out of the room. Now, let's head out to what you're paying the money for with this cabin, which is your own private balcony. So, first thing to talk about as we approach this balcony is there are child locks on here. So, quite a few people that I speak to have the fear with a balcony that what if they go to the bathroom and they leave the child unattended in the room? What if they end up on the balcony? Now up here on the right hand side, you'll see that you've got a door lock. Now this is handy for children, it's also useful just for general safety, to be honest. You just push it to unlock it or pull it to lock it. So if I pull it, you'll see that that then goes red. So that means it's locked, and that then means that we can't open the door. Or if we push it, that's it unlocked, which means if we go down here, twist the handle round and pull, we're now outside. So furniture wise out here, guys, you've got two chairs and you've also got a little mini table, and that's it. That's really all the discussion points that have to be had on this balcony. This balcony is slightly larger than a lot of other ones I've seen on cruise ships this year. Really not bad at all. Now in terms of ship position, you've got a nice position with this cabin. If you look to the left, you've got one of the kinks where the ship kicks out a little bit, although you're kind of struggling to see it here on the camera without me leaning over too far. So we've got a nice vantage point all the way down the ship. And then if I turn it this way, you can see the bridge. So you can see that this is a relatively forward-facing cabin. But yeah, look, that is a full room tour of this cabin up on deck number 13 of Norwegian Escape. Let me know down in the comments, guys, would you cruise in this room or would you rather cruise in a different cabin type? And if so, let me know where you would prefer to be. But thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you all in my next video. If you enjoyed this video today, did you know that you can become a member of my YouTube channel for an exclusive behind the scenes look at some of the ships that I'm travelling on? If you're over on Patreon, then I would love to see you over there. All you have to do to join me on that community is just search www.patreon.com/Fraser at Sea. Both my YouTube memberships and my Patreon site lead directly to me getting on more cruise ships, and both offer a completely behind the scenes look at what's going on.